Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. You know that tense moment right before a confession, when you realize the other person already sees the truth. This is that story. It's about a woman who crossed a line, convinced she could manage the consequences, until the man she betrayed quietly flipped the script in a way she never imagined. So brace yourself. I should have stepped back the instant it fell off. But I didn't. I fed it. I let it linger. I watched it slowly devour everything I had built. It began with a message. Just a late-night text that seemed harmless enough, from someone I once knew in college. Jared. The almost love. The what if, that never had time to fail back then. Or maybe I just never had the chance to ruin him. By then I was married to Micah. We had steady jobs, 2 kids, and a life that ran on routine. Every day looked like the one before it. I told myself I wasn't unhappy, just emotionally numb. Then Jared texted. Hey stranger. Still got that dry sense of humor? Something inside me shifted. I replied. One reply became dozens. Texts turned into late-night calls. Calls turned into FaceTime. And eventually, secrecy turned into hotel keys. Micah sensed it before I even admitted it to myself. He never confronted me. He simply noticed, and somehow that hurt more. One evening he said it softly, almost casually, while scrolling through Netflix with a bowl of popcorn in his hands. I miss you, he said. You've been distant lately. I kissed his forehead and lied without hesitation. Work's just been a lot. He nodded, but his eyes lingered. He was paying attention. Memorizing. Filing things away. And still I kept cheating. I didn't love Jared. I'm not sure I even cared about him. He was an escape. A way to feel wanted again. Desired. Alive. Micah saw me. And being seen while drowning in guilt is unbearable. He became more attentive. He cooked dinner. Took the kids to school. Rubbed my feet when I came home exhausted. It felt like he was trying to pull me back without saying it out loud. And I hated myself for how guilty that made me feel. I should have ended it. I didn't. Then came the family meeting. Micah mentioned it casually on a Thursday morning while pouring coffee at his mother's house. We're getting together Sunday, he said. There are some things to discuss. I frowned. About what? He smiled lightly. You don't have to come. That should have stopped me cold. His family didn't gather without reason. Ever. His mom, his sisters, his cousin Elijah, they only came together when it mattered. And spouses were always included. Still I brushed it off. I told myself it was about money. Or health. Or something I didn't need to worry about. Sunday arrived. He left with the kids around mid-afternoon. I stayed behind, cleaning the house, replying to Jared, trying to quiet the anxiety creeping up my spine. Then my phone started lighting up. First message from his sister, Sarah. You knew exactly what you were doing. I don't even know how to look at you now. Then another, from Elijah. Did you really think he'd never find out? My chest tightened. I called Micah. Straight to voicemail. I texted him. Nothing. At 4:47 p.m., the front door opened. Micah walked in, calm to the point of being unsettling. No anger. No tears. He handed me an envelope. What is this? I asked, already shaking. Read it. Inside were printed screenshots. Messages. Photos. Dates. Locations. Proof I couldn't deny. Jared's hand on my waist. My smile reflected in a hotel mirror. Micah had known, for weeks. My legs gave out, but he didn't move to help me. He just stood there watching. You told them? I whispered. He nodded. I told my family. Because they are my family. Then he looked at me. And you're not anymore. I broke down. I said everything people always say. That it was a mistake. That I was confused. That I still loved him. He let me speak. Then he said quietly, do you understand what you destroyed? You didn't just hurt me. You betrayed our children. You mocked our marriage. You made fools of all of us. I tried to interrupt. He didn't stop. You didn't accidentally do this. You chose every lie. Every kiss. Every cover story. He asked for a separation, not divorce. Not yet. He wanted me to feel what exclusion felt like. What silence felt like. What it meant to be cut off from something sacred. 2 days later, I moved into my sister's spare room. At first, I believed he'd forgive me eventually. People say time heals everything. It doesn't. Weeks passed. He only replied when it involved the kids. He changed the locks. Took off his wedding ring. Then I noticed Sarah had blocked me everywhere. His mother stopped answering my calls. Elijah unfollowed me. It was like I'd been erased. I ran into Jared once after all of it, at a bar. He had no idea how much damage we'd caused. To him, it was meaningless. Just sex. For Micah it was everything. He looked different after I left. Lighter. Happier. I saw photos online. Him smiling at the beach with the kids, laughing at family dinners. That hurt more than anything. Not because he was replacing me, but because it looked effortless. Like I had never mattered. One night I wrote him a letter. 7 pages. I poured out my regret, my grief, my shame. He mailed it back unopened. I learned something I never wanted to learn this way. Betrayal doesn't always end with screaming or revenge. Sometimes it ends quietly. In a family meeting you weren't invited to. In photos you didn't know were being taken. In love that doesn't wait for you. Micah's silence was louder than any argument we could have had. And that silence still echoes in my head every night. I don't expect forgiveness. I know I don't deserve it. But if I could go back, I wouldn't cheat. Not because I was caught, but because I lost the only man who truly knew me, and chose to walk away anyway. Some betrayals don't explode. They linger. Eva thought she could confess on her own terms, but Micah decided how the story would end. Let this be the lesson. When you gamble with someone's heart, be prepared to lose everything. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.